What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How you doing, Neil?
Fantastic. And we have here today, I'm really excited, Nate and Megan Trenrud, and they're going to talk about school spirits. Guys, thanks for stopping by. And I'm just before Greg has his question, I watched the trailer. Now I'm like, okay, it's a new series to binge. I like this storyline. It's unbelievable. Love Peyton List and Cobra Kai. So it's really gonna be exciting to learn more about this. But I'm gonna pass it right over to
That's
Greg.
going to be a lot of fun, So, it's almost like journalism, meets storytelling. So, how did your background in filmmaking and journalism shape the way you approach school spirits?
It's funny. I didn't know that there would be much overlap in the two, but I do think that, especially working as a producer in news, I learned how to collaborate and think really fast. And that's something that I think Nate figured out also as an actor, and he was a director for a long time and still is. And I think that that is in the production process specifically been huge for us because we do have to adapt a lot and the story moves really fast. And sometimes you get on set and something's got to change because a location didn't work out or something like that. The news brain kicks in, the journalism brain kicks in. It's like, okay, we've got 30 seconds to come up with a fix. What is it? and so it's been really, really good, especially sort of behind the camera and behind the scenes.
Nice.
Fantastic. What are your thoughts, Nate, on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, Megan is the one who has the journalism background, and it really does serve us. I mean, what's fun is that like we try, it's a murder mystery in season one, and so it is sort of pulling from news events, right? Things that could happen, terrible events. But Megan's brain really works in a way that can navigate a lot of the storylines for us. So it's been a real asset.
Very cool. So, graphic novel, now a TV show. So, some of the biggest challenges you guys ran into adapting school spirits for the screen?
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about our show is it started out as a pilot script. So we wrote it for television, and then it kind of, nothing happened with it. So then we pitched it as a graphic novel, and that came to life. And the beauty of that process was that it forced us to really figure out where the story went. And then in a beautiful sort of happenstance moment, Paramount had discovered the script we'd originally written and reached out to us, and we were able to then say, oh, just so you know, we figured out where all of this goes.
Yeah, we could pitch you a whole season.
And so pretty quickly after that, we started working with them, and now the show is a reality. So it's been kind of a circuitous way to getting to this point, but it really helped us figure out who Maddie Mears is and the journey that she could really go on.
You know what's interesting, Greg, and I think about this is how many authors have that dream, right, Greg?
Oh, it's amazing.
Making it into a series. Like it's something that they dreamt about, and only a certain amount of people get to do it.
That's incredible, right? But you never quit. You keep trying. Just follow that dream.
That's it.
It was a long road for us in a lot of ways, but it was worth it. I mean, here we are now talking to you, and it's really a dream come true. So.
All right. So cool. All right. So let's talk about the cool ghosty part of this. So Midwest roots, a little bit of a spooky vibe. Did your small town upbringing inspire the setting or themes of the show at all? And wait, any local ghost stories make the cut?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if we pulled any local ghost stories.
No.
We definitely, I mean, we love where we're from. We're from a place called Rock Island, Illinois, which is right on the Iowa border. True Midwest, home of John Deere tractors. I think we both find that community to be so inspiring because the people are so good and kind, and they deal with real issues and real things. And so for us, there's just so much to mine from, I think there are a lot of stories that happen in big cities. We live in big cities now, but there's a real richness to small town life in America. And I think that there especially, it's really easy to feel like life can be a mystery.
And it's a very rich historical area. A lot of interesting things happened in the area. And so I think that kind of lends itself to sort of a ghost story feel all the time, where, we're always telling kind of tall tales about where we come from. And it's just part of the community.
Absolutely. And I guess the excitement was being green lighted for season 2, and now it's coming out. I mean, that because again, everybody in streaming, are we going to get a second season? How difficult was that for you guys to wait on that till you finally heard?
Well, it was a really strange experience. To be honest, we have had a really unique rollout with the show. We premiered on Paramount Plus in 2023, and then we were renewed right in the middle of the writer's strike, or right before it started. And so we found out, and then, there was a long period of waiting while Hollywood sort of worked out some of its internal issues. And so getting to come back and start season 2 has been such a gift and so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone came back raring to go. So it's been a thrill.
Very cool. What would you say your top tip for an aspiring TV writer would be?
Don't give up.
Just keep writing.
Don't give up.
Right.
It is so easy to have. I mean, we've had so many of these dark nights of the soul where you're just like, we gotta quit.
Oh, I've given up many times.
Let's throw it on the towel.
Yeah.
But I think if you keep with it and you really care about what you're talking about, there's a point where people can't deny it. That they also believe it too. So just don't quit.
I think
and if you can find somebody to work with, a partner, and find a partner, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing to talk about, is how you guys work together. How are you able to do it? I mean,
look, we're pretty lucky. We've always been siblings who got along. I think we're the right age gap for that too. Megan's 3 years older than me, so we had that moment in high school where she was a senior and I was a freshman. So she could kind of introduce me to people, help me get into it, but then she moved on to college and I could have my own experience. Mm-hmm. And similarly in college, we had the same sort of little overlap. So it's just we've always gotten along, but yeah, working together it's been
Nate
great.
just wanted to tell everyone that I'm 3 years older than him.
People need to know. Yeah. People need to know.
You just said that so you can say.
All right, fantastic. Greg has a final question. It's a little difficult because it's 2 people, so you guys answer it quickly. It's a challenge. It's a question all our celebrities answer.
Yeah, answer it individually would be fantastic. And let me just say real quick, I've worked with my wife for 40 years. Just to let you know.
That's amazing.
It's been great.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's great when you find somebody you can work with like that.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Oh, we'll start with Nate or Megan. You guys decide.
Nate.
So tell me, what do you feel is the most important thing in life you've ever learned?
Oh gosh, the only way out is through.
Okay.
I think mine is don't go it alone. You don't have to go it alone.
Cool.
Reach out.
I tell you, short and sweet. Writers with a short and sweet answer. And I got 2 minutes with you. Think about specifically enough putting this team, brother-sister team together, and how you kind of look at how you work together in so many ways, what each one of your talents are, and figuring them out so that you don't kind of bump heads with different ideas, but make it mix. That's interesting part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we have always found a way to complement one another. So Megan's incredible with dialogue. Megan is incredible with character. My brain works a little bit more with plot, with twists, with turns, with structure. And so it's fun that we can kind of both lend those aspects to end up with the final product.
Yes, I agree. And I think that we really complement each other in production because Nate has a ton of directing and acting experience, so he knows how to speak to actors, he knows how to talk to directors.
Megan was a news producer for a long time, so she's great at sort of the producerial responsibilities we have. So when we get to set and post,
we've gotten,
it's been pretty
very lucky in that we just, the complementary sort of tasks have really kind of found themselves naturally. That's not to say sometimes we don't
disagree, but we usually figure out a way to work it out, and usually the middle ground we find is the better solution anyway.
Mm-hmm. The worst days are usually the days where neither of us has an idea and we both just are, what do you mean you can't think of anything? I can't think of anything. Today's your day.
So you guys can check out School Spirits on Paramount Plus. It's available right now, and we go out and check it out. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks again.
Thanks so much.
So nice to meet you both.
Thank you, guys.
The special simulcast Neil Haley Show and celebrity interviews live from the